Legislature now. One of the more controversial bills so far this session is being heard by an assembly committee. It's already passed the Senate, but supporters of SB 119 have a much bigger battle ahead of them. And it's all about how much construction workers get paid to make repairs at your kids' schools. Paul Nelson was at today's Government Affairs Committee meeting. He joins us now live in the newsroom with both sides of this issue. What'd you find out, Paul?
Well, Kristen, lack of money has prevented new schools from being built and old ones from being repaired. In fact, DePoli Middle School is Washoe County's newest school, and that opened back in 2009. This bill's sponsors say it'll lower construction costs for school districts, charter schools, and university buildings. But labor unions say the savings will come out of Nevada workers' paychecks.
What do we want? Good jobs! When do we want them? Now!
These workers are marching against SB 119. They say a suspension of prevailing wage laws means they'll be taking a pay cut.
This bill attacks, a higher wage earner that's a highly skilled worker and reduces his wage, and that seems like a downward spiral.
In Nevada, workers are paid prevailing wages for state-sponsored projects. The amount is determined through a survey process by the labor commissioner and vary depending on the city or county, a process that some say is extremely overinflated.
Forcing taxpayers to pay more than they have to for substantially the same product is, in my mind, simply bad government.
I don't think that it's inflated. I think that it's a living wage that a person could actually buy a house and buy a car and feed their family and have money to send their kids to college.
Kiekeffer says by letting the free market determine wages, it could lower school construction costs possibly as much as 30%. Though critics say it would be closer to 5%.
Washoe County and Clark County across our state, there's nothing more important than providing a safe and stable learning environment for our kids, and this does that, and it does more of it with the same amount of money.
Do we need more schools? Yes. Do we need more money for education? Absolutely. But that's not because of prevailing wages. That's because we have a broken tax system in this state.
If passed, school districts could issue additional bonds using the existing tax rate to pay construction costs. In Washoe County, that's 38 cents per $100 of assessed valuation.
In Washoe County, we clearly need at least one, really two elementary schools. We're going to need another high school. And while this doesn't necessarily solve that entire problem, it gets us part of the way there, and it's important that we pass it.
Now, there are also several other bills that will be addressing prevailing wage this session. Kiekeffer says he plans on presenting another piece of legislation that looks at this issue more comprehensively. Covering the 2015 legislature live in the newsroom, Paul Nelson, Channel 2 News.